County. 45 from Mississippi all the way on down to Mobile. 17 all the way up to Liberty. 45, correction, 84 all the way across 84. Now those are jobs that will put our gentlemen back to work at good paying jobs. 1 minute. I'm not a politician, but I'm serious about the concerns of this district. But I'm going to be your politician. I've been practicing pharmacy over 30, 40 years. Been involved with organizational pharmacy for basically all my career. So as far as organization and working for people, it's nothing new to me. When Medicare came to the area and no one knew what to do or how to access it, we were there for you. When you come and you don't have the resources to help pay for your medications, and we find the resources for you to help make it happen, we're there for you. I sit on the Alabama-Tone-Bigler Regional Commission, the area agency on aging. Washington County, and I was saying to me, Doctor, if you get in, we want to restore the nutrition center in Mary and in McIntosh, because both of them were closed. You need nutrition centers. Just like they're building a new center in Jackson, they built a new one in Grove Hill. Chatham needs one. McIntosh needs one. Mary needs one. And I thank you for this opportunity, and I'll just ask you to remember me on September the 5th.
Thank you. Table, and what we're going to do, we're going to open the floor up to questions from Washington County Democratic Executive Committee members only. And that was kind of the ground rules that we laid out in the letter when we invited everybody. So if you're not a committee member, you can listen just as hard as you want to, but allow the committee members to ask questions. And you can ask a question of either or you can ask the same question of both of them, whichever one you want to do. And we'll let this go on until we feel like we've got all the committee members' questions answered. So at this time, if you have a question, raise your hand. I'll recognize you, and you can ask either one of them anything you want to. I would appreciate if you would confine it to the issues.
I have one.
Mary Ann Gill.
To both candidates, if and when you go to Montgomery, how do you stand on school consolidation, on closing our little small schools in Washington County? If we send you there, will you go up there to vote to close our schools? Because you know it's nothing like our community schools, and we fight hard to keep our schools in our area, in our district. But it may come across the table up there, and you may have to take a stand and vote on that issue. How do you stand on school consolidation?
Ms. Gibb, designate the one that you want to answer first.
Both. I want to hear from both of them.
Which one first?
Ms. Beach first.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to stand because I'm so short. I'm going to be honest with you. I have looked at consolidation since I've been on the school board. Our schools are in pitiful shape. Pitiful shape. You know, there's no money out there. I know that working on the school board. But about 2 weeks ago, I went down to Deer Park, Vinegar Bend, which is where Mobile County, Greene County, and Washington County met. Marty Coker took me down there. And I couldn't believe how far back we were. I said, Marty, there's no way these children can bus any further than they're busing. If anything happens, Fruitvale kids, they need a new school. We need to move it closer down 45 so we'll be centrally located. You know, after I went down there, my eyes were opened because there's one bus route that's going, I believe he told me about 80 miles. They're leaving at 6 o'clock to get to school right now. That's ridiculous. You know, and I know a lot of it's because there's bridges out. That's beside the point. But still, if they're going further than 30 minutes for a kindergarten kid, that's too far. So after I went down there, my eyes have been opened to a new world. And yeah, there may be some ideas that need to come around, but I don't see it anytime soon. However, we've got to figure out a way to build new buildings. And there's no money right there. Now, I would love to see that, and I feel like that having worked on the school board, when it comes to a school issue like that and money problems, I think I can You know, I've already got some ideas I'm throwing in my head for a school, but I gotta wait till I get up there to get the money first. I'm one of those, I'll beg. So, no, I would not vote for consolidation.
In response to your question, closing the school is not an option. Community without a school is dead. I've been working with the Carsonville school. I met with them last Friday night. I said to the superintendent, it's not an option. What is needed is new program planning and development. And also what's needed is we need to look at our school board and see how much money that they could be spent differently. Could be legal expense. It could be paying salaried people while they're incarcerated. That's a whole lot of money that's being spent. That's what we need to look at. Some of those type of issues. And so I'll say let's look at different programs. ROTC program. Talking with, they got $80-some odd thousand for Choctaw County a few weeks ago to keep their ROTC program going. It's available. We just have not accessed it. We haven't had the representative to go to bring back those resources to make things happen in our schools.
Next question. Ms. Kirksey.
I would like to ask the candidates, if you are elected and you get a chance to go to Montgomery, and you have the opportunity to bring industry into Washington County, will you work hard to see that the residents of Washington County be employed at the jobs that come in, and the plant not employ people from Mobile County, Clark County, Mississippi, over in Baldwin County, and other places of the area, or would you put an emphasis to them that they need to be restricted to Washington County employees as long as they meet the qualifications?
Ms. Kirksey, designate your first answer.
Dr. Newton.
You know, one of the things that I've observed is that we need to better prepare our workforce. See, we can say we're going to designate a job, but if you're not prepared, I'm sorry, I'm not going to employ you just because that's why you've done it. Another thing I have found with some of those employees who went up to the Hunter plant, you go up there, you get the job, and the first time you do an at-random drug test, you lose the job. So we got to address the drug problem. So it's not always, it's not always the employers coming in. We got some problem with the people that we trying to access the job. So I would, I would say I think that that we'd like to make those opportunities available, but then we got to help the individuals also to be more responsible. If you want to work, we're talking about career technical training center. We need to get more with developing our career tech, and I advocate this being done in high school. Start career tech training in high school. Welding, carpentry, cosmetology, pharmacy technician, LPN. This be done in high school. I have seen it done in high school. So when that student graduates from high school, he is a certified welder. He's ready for the workforce. That's part of workforce readiness.
Well, I too want to see the Washington County people employed. This is my heart, I'm from here. Going back to workforce development, in Washington County right now, we just implemented a new program at the Career Tech Center. Boise and BASF, I'm going to say Geigy, but BASF and Olin all partnered to open up an industrial maintenance program at the Career Tech Center because they wanted to employ our people. But we weren't getting anyone out there that was coming out of high school that was ready to work. So we've started that program this year with the 11th graders and some of the 12th graders in it. We already have a welding program, and we can't, everybody that goes to that welding program is hired immediately because they're certified. Carpentry, we have drafting, and we have, I believe, the secretarial. We are working at the Career Tech Center for cosmetology and some healthcare fields, but it's funding once again. And as some of these programs play out,